been married about, I would say, 28 years now.
Wow. That's amazing.
31 years younger than I am.
Wow.
Wow. So what do you credit as being the secret to your marriage's success?
I'll give you one little term, one word.
Mm-hmm.
Chlorophyll. Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Because of the plants.
Oh, it comes from the sun, yeah.
That's right. It's from the sun. The sun and the nutrients in the soil. Chlorophyll is the key to everything. The more and let me say, the body doesn't extract much of it out. You'll have to get some bottles of it. But if you have a juicer at your availability, my goodness, when you put spinach in there and parsley in there, romaine lettuce in there, the chlorophyll comes green. The green of the plant is your chlorophyll.
And it works magic for your relationships, too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It keeps you going. You can't knock that, believe me. That's the life. Listen, I'll venture to say this. Listen, I will venture to say this. You'll never be able to prove it.
Uh-huh.
But if somebody like God or somebody could wave a magic wand over planet Earth and say, plant life, be gone, within 2 weeks, every one of us shrivel up and die. Because there's no more plant life.
Wow.
There's no more clean air. The plants from trees and shrubs and bushes, those leaves, those greens, purify the air for us. This is a polluted planet anyway, and if it were not for plants that grow on this planet of ours, we'd be dead by now.
Right.
By the way, when NASA or somebody sends a satellite to look at other planets, Venus, Mars, whatever, Pluto, I don't care what they look at, what do they look for primarily? Not human beings, or not living creatures. Are there any plants? Are there any trees? Are there any bushes, any shrubs, and whatever?
Any signs of life?
If there are, that particular planet could very well maybe have some inhabitants in time, you know?
But without the plants, it's impossible.
It's impossible. Where would you get the oxygen? You can bring an oxygen tank with you, but it's going to run out.
Right.
Yep. Plant life.
So I have one last question. I have one last question.
If I can answer it, I'll be happy.
Okay. What's with the eyebrows? Because I
don't know. I get teased about that a lot. It's just the way they grow, and I don't know. I haven't nothing to do with it.
Did you think about it, that you're going to establish this look? Because it's a little look.
No, never thought about it at all. You know?
Never thought about it at all? It wasn't like a...
No, not until I was in my 30s or my 40s, and people get commenting on it, you know? I never thought it.
Because it's your trademark.
It grew. That grew that way, you know? But boy, plant life. Bring it into your body. That's the oxygen. That's a purifier. That's a healer. The green of the plant. All life on this planet comes from the green of the plant. Amazing,
definitely. Huh? And you really shocked me with your answer about your relationship. I never would have thought chlorophyll would have been the answer you would have given, but it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
Listen, when NASA or some of these agencies that shoot different astronauts out to other planets or whatever, they haven't been on many of them, but even when they take pictures of distant planets, what do they look for first? They're not going to see a bunch of people walking around, but what do they look for? Is there any vegetation growing, as we know vegetation to be, growing on that planet? If there is, then there's some form of life. All life on planet Earth emanates from the green of the plant. And don't ever forget that.
And that's what's amazing about the work you've done, Jay. I mean, you have literally brought this message to millions of people. And I want to know, did you know that you would be reaching so many people when you first started?
I had no idea. I had no concept. All I knew was that when I went on television, you know, in different cities, I knew the people that were watching would have some idea that to make your own juices is very beneficial because everything in a can or a bottle that you buy from a supermarket has all been sterilized. It's a federal regulation to run everything through a cooker to kill what? Not the minerals and the vitamins, to kill the enzymes, and that puts everything in an altered state. And the average age of anything you buy in a can or a bottle, okay. So whatever you buy, do you like tomato juice in a can or a bottle? Fine. Do you like pineapple juice, like Dole's or whatever? Do you think you bought that the next day they canned that pineapple juice in Hawaii? No. After they can it and put the label on it, it sets back in their warehouses. And then they put it on boats and ship it to San Pedro, L.A. Harbor or San Francisco or something like that. And then they put it on railroad cars. They take it out to Chicago or down to Atlanta or something, and then they finally distribute it. They do that for every country. South America, they do that for Asia, they do that for everything. So everything in a can or a bottle has been months and months and even years on end in a warehouse. And every one of them has been sterilized. It's a federal law. Everything has to be sterilized. Everything has to go through a cooker to kill the enzymes so that can or bottle won't spoil when it's in a warehouse waiting to be shipped to a supermarket or something, you know?
Right.
No. Let me explain this. The greatest thing a person could do, that's why I dedicated my life to doing what I do, is to become their own cannery. You make the juice yourself. Now you know it's not sterilized or cooked. Now you know you didn't put chemicals or preservatives in it. Now you're sure of everything being fresh. See?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you knew you were onto something. You knew that there was something there that had a lot of value.
Yeah, at the University of Southern California, where I hold all my chemistry classes and and medical classes and cut up cadavers and everything else, I knew that slogan, "You are what you eat," held very true. Very true. Some of my old friends that were really icons in nutrition, like Adele Davis, Howard Long, Charles Casilius, all these top people that I traveled with in my younger days. They're right. They're right. Life begets life, but life that can beget life has to be natural without being put in altered states. That makes sense. It's not that it's not that difficult to do either. You just set aside a little bit of time. It doesn't take very long. Clean your produce. Find a health store that has organic produce if you can. And then do that, and you're on your way to being healthy.
This was such a great experience being able to talk with you, and I know that you're going to be inspiring us for a really long time. I mean, every day.
It's my pleasure.
We'll be thinking about you every day.
You have my phone number. Anytime you need me for a little spot or something like that, if I'm home, I'm not traveling, I'll be very, very happy to be on.
That's so nice of you. We love you so much.
Thank you
you're
so much,
such an inspiration to everyone. And thank you for all the work that you've done. And gosh, all the work you're going to do. It's exciting.
I think so anyway. I don't have an ego or anything like that. I just did the message that I'm sure I was.
Well, you stood for the truth. You stood for the truth, and you backed it up, and you're still doing it.
If you ever need me again, let me know, and maybe we can go over some recipes, like what recipes to keep you from having muscle cramps and things like that.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be great.
2 words. Keep juicing.
Oh. Thank you.
We will. We will. I'm going to buy your juicer.
Me too.
Okay, guys. Hey, listen. If you want me on again, just call my wife. She'll pick up the phone, and I'd be happy to work with you again.
Oh,
all right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's something I love to do, and it's something that's part of me, spreading the word about how to stay healthy. We're not immortal. I wish we were. I wish I could live to be 175.
Well, we wish you could too.
It doesn't work that way. What you can do is take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself and your loved ones.
Thank you, Jay. Enjoy the game.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Have a beautiful night.
Yeah, and my pleasure to do this with you guys. Maybe we'll talk again, huh?
Good.
Definitely. Let's.
Thank you. Good night.
And give Linda our love as well.